Nexus Prime never sleeps. It doesn't breathe. It doesn't bleed. It pulses. Synthetic blue and burning neon red crawl across its bones like electric veins. Towers pierce the smog like corporate gods. Down in the verge, the air tastes like rusted wires and day-old noodles, and the rain feels like it's been passed through 5 layers of filtration and still didn't come out clean. My name's Nyx, and I run packages, but not the kind you send with a stamp. I deliver files no one wants seen, to places that don't officially exist. I use paths that haven't been mapped since the last software war. If you're hiring me, you're either desperate, dangerous, or sometimes both. Tonight, I was hoping for dangerous. Dangerous, at least, pays better. It's been a rough few years since I lost my parents and my world fell apart. I don't remember much about it, only the aftermath. I was 12 when it happened. All I remember is the smoke, the sirens, and the cold hands that pulled me from the rubble of a black market leyline tap gone wrong. My parents, both leyline engineers, weren't so lucky. The corpos called it an unauthorized Arcana event. Nexus Prime just calls it a Tuesday. They patched me back together in the Verge, the seediest district in Nexus Prime, with street tech, borrowed spells, and hacked cybernetic eyes to replace the ones I lost. My nerves were rebuilt with copper-threaded ether wiring. I wasn't whole, but I was alive, and different. By 16, I was ghost-running payloads through the grid, dancing between corporate firewalls and leyline flares like they were shadows on the wall. My instincts were unnatural. I could feel the code bend. Sometimes, I swore I could hear the city breathing. Tonight, as I was weaving through street vendors and glitchy neon ads, a job pinged my neural jack. A Tier 7 encryption. It had no origin ID. There was no destination name. Just a route in a file. Heavy creds, too. Enough to make my finger twitch over the decline button. Creds this high is always risky. But I hit accept anyway, and found a dark corner behind an old noodle cart. Then tapped into a jack point. My AR HUD lit up, GhostGrid access initiated, pupils dilated, breath slowed, muscles stilled, and then I fell. Not down, not sideways, not in any direction you could map with physics or logic. I dropped into the GhostGrid, and that seething digital sublayer stretched across every inch of Nexus Prime. It's not real. But it feels real. Too real. The grid moves like a storm. Abstract geometry colliding with digital architecture and shimmering firewalls that are shaped like gates from a long-dead civilization. I dodged intrusion countermeasure electronic shards, or ice shards like flying razors, and slipped between code gates guarded by AI serpents older than the current government. This was the good part, the part I could handle. But then something changed. A flicker, a pull. It wasn't on the route. It wasn't in the data. It was outside of everything. I felt it before I saw it. A pressure against my spine. Like someone leaning too close, whispering with no voice. The sky cracked. Not the GhostGrid sky. The real one. Or maybe both. Static riffs, like broken glass, split the world. Vertical and jagged, humming with magical power and unreadable code. I didn't fall into it. I was pulled in. There was no up, no down, just white. Then, suddenly, everything went black as a presence emerged that was neither human or machine. It was watching. No, noticing. I tried to scream. Or maybe I did. Doesn't matter. The scream never made it out. I woke in an alley. Cold, soaked, and gasping. I immediately checked the status of my delivery to find the file secure, timer complete, and the delivery done. Then I realized my arm is humming with a magical glow. As I pull up my sleeve, I see it. There it was, a mark. Not a tattoo, not an overlay. This thing pulsed under my skin, flickering between glowing lines in arcane script, like a glyph written in code and carved into nerve endings. It felt alive. A part of me wanted to cut it out. Another part knew it was already too late. I've run payloads for syndicates who speak in glyphs and pay in blood coins. I've jacked into black site servers run by AI cults. But this isn't just data. This isn't just a message. And I'm not just carrying it anymore. Whatever it is now a part of me. The city buzzed in the distance and the rain hadn't stopped. Yet somewhere, in the places people pretend don't exist, something else had just woken up. What had been waiting for me in the grid wasn't just data. It was something watching. Something buried between the code and the magic. When it touched me, it didn't just mark me. It awakened me. I don't know what it means. I only know one thing. It chose me. And it doesn't want to be ignored.